Late. It's all right. Call meeting back to order. Well,
I guess they're supposed to be around here, right?
we just recessed, and we welcome you, Commissioner Tomlin. And we know you're the Commissioner of Kentucky Department of Rural Aid and Municipal Aid, and you're here to give us some good news. I've asked 3 times about how much it is, and I can't get that.
So, going from east to west across the Commonwealth, it takes me about 7.5 hours. There's some days I wish we were the size of Rhode Island, it'd take about 20 minutes, across, but it's a beautiful state. Judge, I appreciate you letting me join you this evening.
Right here.
So, you submitted a discretionary request. And the discretionary request is different but from your county road aid on that. It's funds allocated by the legislature for the transportation cabinet to disseminate projects. So you requested, do you know how many projects you did request?
6.
6? Well, Governor Bennett approved all 6 of them. $345,080 on that. But the governor's told me, he made it clear to me when he appointed me to this position, that not to be partisan with our infrastructure. At the end of the day, black top's black. It's not red or blue. It's not. We don't have Democrat or Republican roads. We have Kentucky roads for Kentucky people. So our door's always open to you, and appreciate the working relationship we do have. So sorry it's taking so long for you guys to wait.
We went ahead and had some business to take care of that we probably want to be next week anyways. We went ahead and done today, and this just makes for a great day for Magoffin County. So the request that I sent in basically had about the same amount of roads in each magistrate district as far as length and cost. This $345,000, you divide it in 3 districts, that's around $100,000 apiece. In one district, we got 3 little short roads that we're going to do. In the one district, we got a long stretch of road, and another one we got a long one and a piece of one. Right. So we spread this all across Magoffin County, and the request I could have requested 10 million, and it would have all my roads fixed like I need. Yeah. But based on historically what I'd seen as far as the amounts that have been given out, somewhere in the 300,000 range seemed to be appropriate, and that's why we requested that. I'm tickled to death that you approved all of it.
Well, there's definitely a lot of needs. I mean, no matter what level of state or government you're at, state, county, municipal, like I said, that I have Democrats, Republicans, Independents in my family. I have a couple of crazy people in my family too. Won't get into that. But no matter what part of government you are at, Republican or Democrat, Independent, it's important that we all work together to move our communities forward and the Commonwealth forward. I know that, rural Kentucky, that's my main focus. And that's why the governor's been adamant that I travel and look at projects and made it my mission, my staff's mission, to work with you. And because it should never matter, we all cross these bridges, drive these roads every day. So it should have never mattered, but we're going to continue to work with you and do the best we can. I think in Kentucky we're $6 billion short of what we need just to fix all the bridges we need. And it didn't happen overnight, but it is what it is. And so if you look at Tennessee, Kentucky, Indiana, we're basically the same size state. We're shaped differently, but we have about the same square mileage. You go back to World War II, and we had about the same population. And you fast forward to 2019, and Tennessee and Indiana have between 6 and 7 million people, and we have 4.5 million people. And could you imagine what we could do with an extra 2 million people in this state and just 40% pay taxes? What kind of revenue that would bring in? We have a better waterway system. We have a better climate, better geography, better workforce. And I'm optimistic with the revenue the state brought in. I think it's what, John, 200 million? With that record revenue, I think we're well on our way to seeing that. So again, I appreciate it. And like I said, we're just a phone call away and happy to work with you.
Yeah, I appreciate that too. Like I said, we work well with Representative Blank. He and I are across the aisle on things, and a lot of things, but we work together and for the common good of Magoffin County. And he's a strong advocate for Magoffin County, and appreciate you, John, appreciate you being here.
Well, infrastructure, I hope, is something all of us can agree on. No matter what political persuasion you are, I think it's something that we all agree on and have worked together to address. Are there any questions or anything? Well, that's easy. I better be out here while I keep it. Oh, man. Well, again, Judge, Magistrates, I appreciate your hospitality. Let me come down here. Our door's always open, and you should get your contract probably in about 3 or 4 weeks. And then you'll send that finalized resolution back. And, you know, you have up to 3 years to do the projects. But please continue to submit projects to us so we can evaluate. You're competing with 119 other counties, you know, 300 or 400 municipalities. But continue to send those in because we want the worst, we want your worst projects. You know, when we send that in, we send out to the district for evaluation, and it's on a scale from 1 to 10, 8, 9, 10 being the worst. And that's the ones we're really focused on. Sometimes we do some 7s, but we really want to focus on the worst projects in the state to attend to. So, again, I appreciate it. I'll let you guys go home or whatever you have planned this evening. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Sorry, I was late.
It's worth my while.
Motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Motion made. Okay, second.
Second.
Motion made second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Meeting adjourned.